Welcome to the deep dive. You've given us a fascinating stack of material on scaling businesses, and we're ready to extract the golden nuggets for you. Think of it like turning the scaling roller coaster into a thrilling strategic ride.
Precisely. We've got excerpts from Allison Maslan's book, Scale or Fail.
Oh, and she's built and scaled 10 companies herself.
Exactly. We also have reviews from successful entrepreneurs, practical advice, and even some unexpected connections to trapeze artistry and Alice in Wonderland. It's quite a blend.
I am already hooked. What stood out to me was this idea of a business blueprint and this mysterious nowhere land where entrepreneurs get stuck. So let's unpack those first.
All right. Maslan emphasizes that scaling is not simply expanding, but constructing systems to manage more without a proportional increase in overhead.
So it's about optimization and strategy.
Like a trapeze artist achieving greater heights with less effort thanks to the right technique and a skilled team.
So it's about working smarter, not just harder. Maslan also highlights Fortune 500 companies. You know their CEOs can depart without the company crumbling. That's a testament to a truly scalable model.
Precisely. And she calls this phase of stagnation the twilight zone, where success plateaus and what worked before suddenly loses effectiveness.
It's like Alice realizing she's outgrown the White Rabbit's house, a sign she needs a new space to thrive in.
The danger lies in clinging to outdated methods when innovation is required. Recognizing the need for a fresh blueprint is crucial.
It seems like adaptability is key. So how does Maslan's SCALEit Method guide entrepreneurs through this transition?
It's a 5-step framework. It encompasses strategic vision, cash flow, alliance of the team, leadership, and execution. Each element plays a vital role in the scaling journey.
Let's delve into strategic vision. I imagine it goes beyond merely setting financial targets.
Absolutely. Maslan asserts that your vision must have a profound why beyond profit.
Does she give any examples?
Well, she recounts her own realization, inspired by her father, that her passion resided in empowering others to gain momentum.
So connecting with a deeper purpose is essential. Does Maslan provide examples of companies that embody this idea of a grand vision?
She cites examples like LendingTree and Amazon, companies that aspired not just for success, but for global impact.
That's impressive. But how can entrepreneurs translate such ambitious visions into tangible steps? Not everyone can be the next Jeff Bezos.
Maslan proposes creative tools like rear-view casting, a visualization technique where you envision looking back on your already achieved success.
Oh, intriguing.
It's a powerful way to boost confidence and motivation.
So it's almost like tricking your mind into believing it's already reached the destination.
In a sense, it is. She also suggests employing improv techniques to explore various facets of your vision. Picture a team improv session where they playfully envision the company's future.
And that's an unconventional approach.
Yeah.
It sounds like a fun way to spark creativity.
It does. It injects a sense of playfulness into strategic planning. Maslan also stresses the significance of communicating your vision to your team, customers, and even potential investors.
So it's about generating shared excitement and buy-in.
Precisely. The wider you share your vision, the greater the potential for growth and collaboration. Now, shall we move on to cash flow, another critical element in scaling?
Definitely. Many entrepreneurs believe that cash flow issues disappear once they achieve a certain level of success. Is that a misconception?
It is. Maslan debunks this myth, highlighting that even established companies can encounter cash flow challenges, especially during growth spurts or economic fluctuations.
So preparedness and robust financial strategies are essential. I recall Maslan sharing a personal story about her ad agency where business was booming, yet she felt unfulfilled.
It underscores the idea that financial success doesn't always translate to personal satisfaction.
Oh, so she realized her passion had dwindled.
And she needed to realign her work with her why.
Striking that balance between pursuing your passion and ensuring financial sustainability can be tricky.
Indeed. Maslan introduces a framework she calls the PLATES system to help entrepreneurs clarify their financial goals.
Tell me more about this plate system. It sounds intriguing.
There are 3 plates: blue plate, silver plate, and gold plate. The blue plate signifies your baseline revenue, the minimum needed to cover essential expenses.
So just keeping the lights on.
Precisely. The silver plate represents a more comfortable level where you have breathing room for personal needs, investments, and even some guilt-free spending.
So not just surviving, but thriving. What about the gold plate?
The gold plate is where the real scaling magic happens. This is where you have well-established systems, consistent revenue streams, and the ability to invest strategically in expansion and innovation.
That sounds like the ultimate aspiration. But how does an entrepreneur bridge the gap from blue plate to gold plate? What specific strategies does Maslan recommend?
Maslan is a fervent advocate for prioritizing sales, not through aggressive tactics, but by authentically sharing something you believe in. She offers a range of strategies, from building a customer database to mastering the art of pre-selling, as Apple does so effectively.
It's fascinating how diverse her strategies are. So it's not just about closing deals, but about cultivating relationships and understanding customer psychology.
Exactly. But let's not overlook another crucial aspect of scaling: building a team. This is where the alliance of the team comes into play. Many entrepreneurs grapple with relinquishing control and delegating tasks.
It's understandable when you've poured your heart into a business, trusting others to handle it can feel daunting.
Of course, however, Maslan argues that hiring the right people actually liberates you to focus on your strength.
So it's all about leveraging everyone's expertise.
Precisely. She proposes categorizing business functions into four quadrants: strategic vision, traffic, sales, and operations. Your superpower likely resides in one of these, and you build a team of specialists for the rest.
This approach makes sense. A balanced team with diverse expertise can tackle any challenge. Does Maslan delve into the practicalities of building such a team? I'm sure there are pitfalls to avoid.
Absolutely. She shares some rather entertaining, albeit cautionary, hiring horror stories that highlight the importance of choosing your team wisely. We can explore those in detail in the next part.
I'm eager to hear those. We'll pick up right where we left off in part 2 of this deep dive. But for now, we'll leave you with this question. If Maslan can build 10 companies and still find time for trapeze artistry, what seemingly impossible dream do you hold? And what small step can you take today to move towards it?
Welcome back. Let's dive into those hiring horror stories. I think they offer valuable lessons on the importance of making astute choices when assembling your team.
Absolutely. A poor hiring decision can significantly hinder progress. What sort of cautionary tales does Maslan share?
One that stands out involves her experience hiring a public relations manager. This candidate seemed impeccable on paper, brimming with experience, eloquence during interviews. However, things felt amiss from the outset.
What led her to sense that something was awry?
Maslan overheard this new recruit using the phrase "feeling overwhelmed" repeatedly.
Oh no.
And it was only day one. As time progressed, it became evident that despite their sales acumen, this individual struggled with multitasking and lacked the ability to make independent decisions.
That absence of initiative can impede growth, especially during a scaling phase.
Indeed, but it extended beyond mere competence. This particular hire injected negativity into the team, resorting to complaints, blaming others, and even accusing colleagues of sabotage.
That sounds dreadful. It must have created a toxic work environment.
It certainly did. Ultimately, Maslan had to let them go, demonstrating the importance of swift action when a hiring decision proves detrimental.
It's a tough lesson, but sometimes severing ties is necessary, even if it entails restarting the hiring process.
Precisely. Maslan emphasizes that acting decisively is preferable to allowing a misaligned team member to compromise the entire team's dynamics and performance.
Makes sense. Are there any preventative measures to avoid such pitfalls? What red flags should entrepreneurs watch for during the hiring process?
Maslan offers excellent advice on this front, urging entrepreneurs to look beyond skills and experience and consider personality and cultural fit.
Right. Someone might possess a perfect resume, yet clash with the company's ethos or disrupt team harmony.
Exactly. She suggests posing questions like, would I relish spending time with this person outside work? Or, would a lengthy car journey with them be enjoyable?
Those are brilliant questions. It's about envisioning daily interactions with this individual and assessing whether the prospect feels genuinely positive.
Precisely. If the answer is no, it's likely not a suitable match, even if they possess all the desired technical skills.
I believe many entrepreneurs prioritize finding someone with the ideal skill set and overlook these subtler yet equally vital aspects.
It's a common oversight, particularly when driven by the urgency to fill a position. However, remember that hiring the wrong person can incur far greater long-term costs.
Therefore, patience and meticulousness throughout the hiring process are paramount.
Absolutely. Once you've assembled a solid team, effective leadership becomes crucial.
Let's transition to the next stage in Maslan's SCALEit Method. Leadership. What insights does she provide on guiding and empowering a team?
Maslan offers guidance on various aspects, from decision-making to energy management. One of her central tenets revolves around decisive action. She underscores the need for swift and confident movement, even if it entails occasional errors.
That can be a formidable hurdle for entrepreneurs. especially those prone to perfectionism or gripped by the fear of making incorrect choices.
I understand that hesitation. However, Maslan posits that agonizing over every decision can lead to paralysis and impede scaling efforts.
So, taking action and adapting course as needed is more effective than perpetual deliberation.
Precisely. She even proposes a tool called the 10-10-10 rule to navigate challenging decisions.
The 10-10-10 rule, that's a new one for me. Please elaborate.
It's a straightforward yet potent technique. When confronted with a difficult decision, ask yourself, how will I feel about this choice in 10 minutes, in 10 months, in 10 years?
That's a clever approach, forcing a long-term perspective.
Yes. It often reveals that the consequences of the decision carry less weight than initially perceived, allowing for detachment from immediate emotional turmoil and promoting rational choices.
It's a fantastic tip. I'll definitely employ it when grappling with future decisions. But leadership extends beyond decision-making. It encompasses inspiring and motivating your team. What insights does Maslan offer on this front?
She champions the power of active listening, not merely hearing words, but genuinely engaging with your team members' ideas and concerns.
It's about nurturing open communication and a collaborative spirit.
Indeed. She advocates active listening, which involves maintaining eye contact, allowing uninterrupted expression, and then summarizing to confirm comprehension.
It sounds simple, yet I imagine many leaders struggle with this, especially when preoccupied or time-constrained.
It's easy to fall into the trap of awaiting your turn to speak. However, authentic listening demonstrates that you value their input and respect their perspectives.
Such respect cultivates trust and loyalty.
Absolutely. Maslan also underscores the importance of empowering your team, enabling them to make decisions and assume ownership of their work.
It's about fostering autonomy, rather than micromanaging every detail.
Precisely. She encourages leaders to view their employees as collaborators, united by a shared vision, rather than merely following directives.
It's about instilling a sense of collective purpose and shared accountability.
Exactly. When individuals feel valued and trusted, their engagement and motivation soar, ultimately benefiting the entire company.
We've covered strategic vision, cash flow, team building, and leadership. That brings us to the final element in the SCALEit method: execution.
This is where plans materialize. However, as Maslan cautions, even meticulously crafted plans can falter without careful execution.
What are some common pitfalls entrepreneurs encounter during this phase?
One major hurdle is getting ensnared in daily operations, those endless to-do lists and tasks that consume time and energy.
It's easy to become lost in that whirlwind of activity and lose sight of the overarching goals.
Indeed. Maslan emphasizes working on the business, not just in it. It's about delegating effectively, systematizing processes, and freeing yourself to concentrate on strategic thinking and growth.
So it's about striking that balance between hands-on involvement when necessary and trusting your team to handle tasks that don't demand your direct attention.
Precisely. She presents frameworks for managing time and energy, including a structure that divides the week into prep days, pinnacle days, and play days.
I'm already intrigued by those play days. Tell me more about this system.
Prep days are dedicated to focused work requiring deep concentration and minimal distractions. Tasks like writing, strategizing, or data analysis.
Carving out those blocks of uninterrupted time for high-impact work.
Exactly. Pinnacle days are all about high-value activities that generate substantial revenue or significantly impact your business, such as sales calls, client meetings, or product launches.
So those are the days you showcase your best and aim for peak performance.
Precisely. Then come the play days, which are equally crucial despite their seemingly less direct link to work.
I have a feeling you're about to explain why these play days are so vital.
They are all about rejuvenation and replenishing your energy. Maslan recounts her passion for trapeze artistry, how it provides complete detachment from work and allows her to return feeling refreshed and inspired.
It's a fantastic illustration of how activities unrelated to business can fuel creativity and productivity.
And it doesn't have to be trapeze artistry. It could be any pursuit that brings you joy and alleviates stress, spending time with loved ones, exploring hobbies, or immersing yourself in nature.
It's a reminder that we can't pour from an empty cup.
Precisely. Taking care of yourself, both physically and mentally, is foundational for sustained success. Maslan also underscores the importance of celebrating small victories along the way, not just focusing on grand objectives.
Many entrepreneurs struggle with this, constantly pushing toward the next milestone without pausing to appreciate their accomplishments.
It's a common pitfall, especially in scaling mode. However, acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, can uplift morale, motivate your team, and prevent burnout.
We've now explored all 5 steps in the SCALEit method, but there's one overarching element Maslan consistently emphasizes throughout the book: mindset.
That's right. She dedicates an entire chapter to cultivating the right mindset for scaling. It involves believing in yourself, embracing challenges, and overcoming limiting beliefs that hinder progress.
I'm curious about the common mindset blocks entrepreneurs face when scaling their businesses. What are some of those obstacles?
One of the most pervasive is fear. Fear of failure, making wrong decisions, or inadequacy. These fears can paralyze us and prevent us from taking the necessary risks for growth.
It's reminiscent of that Twilight Zone feeling we discussed earlier, where familiar rules no longer apply and the path forward seems uncertain.
Exactly. Maslan emphasizes not just acknowledging these fears, but reframing them as opportunities for growth and learning.
It's about shifting from a scarcity mindset to one of abundance.
Precisely. It's about believing in the sufficiency of resources, opportunities, and success.
That's a powerful perspective shift. Are there practical tips for cultivating an abundance mindset?
Surrounding yourself with positive and supportive individuals is crucial. Maslan highlights the value of mentors, coaches, and mastermind groups, individuals who champion your vision and offer guidance and encouragement.
It's about assembling a power posse, a network of trusted advisors and cheerleaders.
Indeed. She also stresses the significance of practicing gratitude. Focusing on what you possess rather than what you lack can shift your energy and attract abundance into your life.
It's a valuable reminder. It's easy to fixate on acquiring more and lose sight of the blessings already present.
Absolutely. Maslan shares personal anecdotes about her encounters with scarcity and abundance. One that resonated involved her facing financial hardship, struggling even to afford coffee.
And then a small miracle occurred.
Yes, she managed to gather the exact change needed, a sign that she was on the right track despite the challenging circumstances.
It's those synchronicities that bolster faith and propel us forward.
She also discusses the importance of not just attracting wealth, but also developing the mindset to manage it wisely. She cites the example of lottery winners. How many end up bankrupt due to a lack of financial literacy and discipline to handle sudden affluence?
It's a cautionary tale, demonstrating that possessing wealth is distinct from understanding its effective management.
Precisely. Maslan emphasizes that abundance is a holistic concept encompassing wealth in all areas of life: health, relationships, purpose, not just financial prosperity.
So it's about aligning your inner world with your outer actions.
Exactly. When that alignment is achieved, remarkable things transpire.
We've covered a lot of ground in this exploration of scaling. Shall we transition to the final part of our deep dive, where we wrap up our discussion and synthesize the key takeaways? Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into scaling businesses.
It's been quite a journey exploring Maslan's scale or fail, right? Uncovering those practical tips and mindset shifts for entrepreneurs to become leaders.
We've encountered some interesting parallels too: trapeze, artistry, poker, even children's literature.
Oh, Maslan's Alice in Wonderland analogy really resonated with me. That feeling of outgrowing your systems, much like Alice bursting out of the White Rabbit's house.
Recognizing when you need to revamp your blueprint is crucial in discarding what no longer serves you.
Absolutely. Adapting and embracing new approaches are essential.
We delved into Maslan's 5-step SCALEit Method: strategic vision, cash flow, alliance of the team, leadership, and execution.
And woven throughout is the importance of mindset, believing in your vision, conquering fear, and cultivating abundance.
Okay, so we have the framework, the strategies, and the mindset. But how do we translate these concepts into action?
Well, Maslan emphasizes that scaling is a gradual process. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to learn and adapt as you go.
So it's about consistently taking small steps and building momentum.
Precisely. She encourages entrepreneurs to prioritize progress over perfection. Embrace those inevitable mistakes as learning opportunities, not setbacks.
That's a great reminder. It's so easy to get caught up in striving for flawlessness, especially when you're building something you're passionate about.
It's a common trap, but even the most accomplished entrepreneurs have faced obstacles and failures on their path to success. How you respond to those challenges ultimately determines the outcome.
So resilience is paramount.
Absolutely. Maslan offers some really good advice on cultivating resilience in your business and personal life.
Okay, I'm curious to hear her insights on building that resilience.
Right.
What specific tips does she suggest?
One key aspect is prioritizing self-care. She stresses the importance of not only working on your business, but also working on yourself. Ensure your physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Right, we can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly. She suggests incorporating those play days into your week. Dedicate time to disconnecting from work and replenish your energy.
Whether it's through spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or immersing oneself in nature, finding those activities that spark joy and alleviate stress is crucial.
The key is identifying what works for you and making it a non-negotiable part of your routine.
I think a lot of entrepreneurs grapple with guilt when they take time for themselves. They feel there's always more work to be done.
Oh, it's a common feeling. But remember, you can't effectively serve your clients or your team if you're running on empty.
That's an important point. Maslan also highlights the importance of a strong support network, both personally and professionally.
She encourages entrepreneurs to surround themselves with mentors, coaches, and mastermind groups, individuals who provide guidance, encouragement, and accountability.
It's about having that network of trusted allies to brainstorm with, to confide in during tough times, and to celebrate victories with.
Precisely. She also stresses the importance of seeking professional help when needed, whether it's therapy, financial advice, or legal counsel.
That's crucial. There's often a stigma associated with seeking help, particularly in the entrepreneurial world, where there's this pressure to project an image of invincibility.
It's a detrimental myth. Maslan encourages entrepreneurs to shed that need for perceived perfection, embrace vulnerability, seek support when necessary.
That's a powerful message. As we conclude this deep dive, what are some key takeaways you want our listeners to remember?
For me, it's the synergy between strategic thinking and mindset. You can have flawless systems, but if you don't believe in yourself and overcome those limiting beliefs, those systems won't reach their full potential.
It's about aligning your inner world with your outer actions.
Precisely. That's what Maslan's SCALEit Method and her emphasis on mindset offer a roadmap to achieve that alignment.
And for our listeners, we've distilled 10 key points from our deep dive into scale or fail.
All right, let's hear them.
Number 1, scaling involves leverage, not just brute force. Think trapeze artist, not workaholic.
Yeah.
Number 2, recognize when you've entered the twilight zone of stagnation and need a fresh blueprint. Number 3, Maslan's SCALEit Method offers that 5-step framework for strategic scaling.
That's a good one.
Number 4, your strategic vision needs a deeper why beyond just profit to sustain motivation. Number 5, creative tools like rear view casting and improv can help solidify your vision. Number 6, understand your financial plates, blue plate, silver plate, gold plate. Number 7, sales are the lifeblood of your business. Master strategies like database building and pre-selling. Number 8, assemble your dream team by identifying your superpower and enlisting experts for other areas. Number 9, lead effectively, manage your energy wisely, and celebrate those wins to prevent burnout. And finally, number 10, cultivate an abundance mindset, believing in your vision and attracting the resources you need.
Well done.
One final thought to leave you with. If Maslan can build 10 successful companies and still find time for trapeze artistry, what's your seemingly impossible dream, and what one step can you take today to move towards it?
Keep diving deep, and until next time.
Happy scaling!